Howdy folks. Since I have a few instructional videos up now, what I would like to start doing here is kind of taking a really low-tech approach, a more natural or organic progression through solving a puzzle. Pretty much as I would if I were sitting under a tree in the park working out of a puzzle book. I'm not sure how well this will translate, but it should at least condense the videos down to be a little bit shorter. So let's go ahead and give it a shot. Looking at this grid, I see that we only have one single one. That's not too terribly helpful because this one is not going to exert a whole lot of influence on this grid. But at a glance, I can see that the one is going to be in the center box in one of these three cells no matter what. That means the one is not going to be there or there. Combine that with this one down here, well, it restricts our one's placement in one of these two cells. That gives us a pointing pair, but it's not too terribly useful because it gives us these three cells up here to receive the one, and that is not useful. So let's move on. Kind of a organic progression here. 2, 2. I see the 2 can only go there. Let's go ahead and highlight it. We got that 2, this 2, and this 2. Combining all of the 2's so far on the grid, I can see that there's only 2 cells for the 2 to go in this box. This bottom box, I can see at a glance that the 2 can only go in one cell, which is right there. This box, combining all these 2's at a glance, I can see that the 2 is restricted to being in one of these 2 cells. And down here in the bottom right, I can see at a glance that there's still 3 cells for the 2 to go, so it's not useful. Moving on to 3's. Well, we've got this 3, we've got this 3. Well, this 3 forces the 3 to be in one of these 3 cells because it can't go there or there. Knowing that the 3 is going to rest in this row somewhere in one of these 3 cells, I know that the 3 cannot be in either of those 2 cells. Combine that with the rest of the 3's on the grid, it eliminates all the cells but one. So that's our 3. 3, so our 3 can go in one of these 3 cells, and kind of the same thing. We know that the 3 is not going to be there or there because the 3 is going to be in one of these 3 cells no matter what. And combined with all the other 3's, I can see that there's only one cell left for the 3 to go here as well, right there. This box needs its 3, and that's not terribly useful. And this final box down here in the bottom right, well, looking at all the 3's, I know at a glance that the 3 is restricted to being in one of these 2 cells, just like that. 4's. I got this 4, got this 4, this 4 stop. Again, it's kind of the same thing with the 3's. We know that the 4 is going to be in one of these 3 cells, stopping the 4 from being here or here. That 4 stops it there. That 4 stops it there. There's only one cell left for the 4 to go, which is right there. This box. Oh, well, we have these 4's down here as well. So we knew that this could have explicitly been placed had I just looked ahead, but I didn't look ahead. And the same outcome, it will be the same no matter what. So this 4 here, this box needs its 4. Looking at all the 4's on the grid, I can see that there's only 2 cells left for the 4 to go. And down here, I see that the placement of these 4's forces the 4 to only exist in that cell, and that knocks out 4's candidacy for being placeable in that cell, forcing the 4 to actually go up by 1, just like that. That looks like all of our 4's, doesn't it? Yep, all our 4's are done. Hopefully we'll get lucky with 5's. We got a 5 there, forcing our 5 to be there or there, giving us a pointing pair, blocking the 5 there. 5 can't be there, leaving those 3 cells, so that's no good. 5's, that leaves 3 cells, that leaves 4 cells, that leaves 4, that leaves 4, and Yeah, so we didn't get lucky with 5s. 5s are a bust. 5s are no fun. 6s. We've got a 6 and a 6. At a glance, I can see the 6 can only go there. This box. Oh, we have a lot of 6s influencing this box. So that gives us an easy number there. 6, 6, 6. Okay, our 6 is limited to being in that cell or that cell. And this bottom box has the 3 cells down here, so that's not very useful. So let's move on to 7s. This 7 is influencing this box, leaving 3, that's not useful. This 7 is influencing this box, so this is restricting 7's placement to one of these 2 cells. This box here, that's a lot of cells. This box here, well, these 7s are intersecting their influence on this box, restricting 7's placement to being here or here. This box needs its 7, so our 7 is going to be here or here, giving us a naked pair, which is also implicitly a pointing pair. So these 2 7s, as hints in these 2 cells, knock out 7's placeability in that cell. It can no longer go there. It must go there. Okay. This box has its 7, and this bottom box, well, I can see that how the 7s are influencing this bottom box. There's only one place for the 7 to go, which is right there. And having placed this 7, it knocks 7's placeability out from being there, forcing 7 to be placed there. Now there's only one place left for that 5 to go, which is right there. Okay, I see that this 7 is exerting a new influence on the grid, and it looks like it's giving us a 7 right there. Okay, and combining all of these 7s together, I see that the 7 is placeable there or there. Yeah, that looks good to me. Oh, we have a freebie here in this row. So this row needs its 1 in order to be complete, and there's only one cell for it to go, so it must be there, which means we can remove our hint from that cell. At a glance, I can see that we can deduce what these 2 numbers are going to be, because these are a naked pair. So let's go ahead and find out what these 2 are. May as well. This box has its 1, its 2 is going to be here, its 3, its 4. So its 5 is going to be here, here. Has its 6, its 7 is going to be here, its 8 is there. So its 9 is going to be with the 5s here. Using that same logic, we can now deduce what these 2 numbers are going to be, or could be. So let's count up, because the 5 and the 9 can't be in here, in either of these 2 cells. So we're looking for 1s, so the 1 can be, this row needs its 1 to be completed, so its 1 is going to be in one of these 2 cells. Its 2 is there, its 3, its 4, its 5 is going to be here, its 6, its 7, so 8 is the number that is going to be paired with those 1s. And following that same logic still, let's make sure that there's no 8s or 1s. Okay. We know what these 2 numbers are going to be. So this box's 1 is going to be here, here. Its 2 is here, 3, 4. So its 5 is going to be here, here. It has its 6 and its 7. Its 8 is going to be up here. So its 9 is going to be paired with the 5s. Just like up here. Okay. Let's see. Onward and forwards to 8s. So this 8 here forces 8's placement in this box to be there. This box needs its 8, so looking at how these 8s intersect on this box, I know that the 8 can only go there, forcing the 6 to be over there. Since we're on 8s, let's just continue with those instead of chasing rabbit holes with that 6. 8. So our 8, well, it can't go there. Our 8 is going to be here or here. This box needs its 8. We've got this 8 here. I don't see any pointing pairs, which influence this box. This box needs its 8, so look, glancing at the 8s, I can see 8's placement can only go there or there. And now, yeah, see, this is now a pointing pair, stopping the 8 from being there, leaving only 2 cells for the 8 to go, which is going to be there or there. Kind of lines up with those 2 8s up there too. Alright, I think we're done with 8s, so let's move on with 9s. So we got this 9 here, and we got this 9 here. So that leaves only 1 cell for the 9 to go. And with that 9 placed, it forces the 8 to be down here, just like that. And that gives us a freebie in this box. And I can see at a glance that this box is missing its 1. So back to 9s. So our 9 is going to be here, here, here. This box needs its 9, so this 9 knocked 9's placeability out of that cell, so now there's only 1 cell left for the 9 to go, which is there, forcing the 5 to be there. Okay, we have this 9, got our 9 pairs here, box has its 9, this box has its 9, and it looks like 9 can only be placed there or there. And I don't see anything up here to influence either one of those. Okay, so that was kind of our first quick pass. Looks like we've done a number on the grid. So what I'm going to do now is kind of take a look at these holes where there's only 2 cells left. And let's see if we can get lucky and fill them in before doing another pass. So this box and this row needs its 1. So its 1 is going to be here or here. And its 3 is going to be here or here. Okay. Oh, we have a freebie right here in this row. Didn't see it. So I can see this row is missing its 1. So let's just go ahead and place it. Well, now we have 3 cells left for this box and this row up here. Let's see if we can fill anything out. It's got its 1, 2, 3, 4. So its 5 is up here. It's 6. Its 7 is there. It's 8. And its 9 can be any one of them. So that's not too terribly helpful. We've got our 1 and our 8. Oh, 1 and our 8 here. Oh, this 1 knocks out 1's placeability in that cell, forcing the 1 to come over to this cell. Now there's only 1 place left for that 8 to go, which is there. And that gives us a freebie down here in this column, which it looks like it's going to be the 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep, and it's the 8. So that column is now done. Okay, let's see, 2 and 7s, 5s and 9s. Okay, well we have 3 cells left over here. I'm not holding my breath, but we can see. The 1 can go there, there. Oh, well its 8 can't go there anymore. What is the final number here? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and it's going to be the 5. Okay, well, I don't see any 5s in either of these 2 boxes that can influence 5's placement over here or restrict it to 2 cells, so let's just move on. Alright, rows, so I don't see a whole lot. Well, we can look down here. I see that there's only 3 cells left for this bottom row, just at a glance. And I can see that it needs its 1, but because of this 1 here, the 1 cannot be there or there. So there's only 1 cell left for the 1 to go, which is right there. Now we can remove the 1 from being a hint there, and it leaves us only 2 cells left, which is going to be the 5. the 6s. Okay, now there's only 2 cells left down here for this row. It has its 1, its 2, it needs its 3, but the 3 can't be here because of that 3, so this row's 3 must be here, and we can remove that hint there, and that gives us a freebie right there. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's going to be the 5. Just like that. This 5 knocks that 5 out from being a candidate, forcing the 5 to be here, forcing the 9 to be there. This 9 knocks that 9 out, forcing the 9 to be here. And with the placement of these 2 9s, I can quickly see that there's only one place left for the 9 to go up here in the corner. Let's see if we can figure out what that number is that goes with those 7s. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's going to be the 5. But I see this 5 down here stops the 5 from being there. So there's only one cell left for the 5 to go, which is there. Forcing the 7 over by 1, which goes there. Placing that 7 stops the 7 from being there, forcing the 7's placement there, forcing the 2 to be there. Seeing this 2, I can see just at a glance that the 2 can only go there. This 2 knocks that 2 out from being there, forcing the 2 down here, pushing the 8 there. This 8 eats that 8. Meaning the 8 can only go there. We have one cell, we have a freebie here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it's going to be the 6. The 6 stops the 6 from being there, forcing the 6 to go there, forcing the 5 to be there. Okay. I'm looking for, yeah, there's a freebie. I knew there would have to be one. So I can see this row is missing its 1 because it only needs one cell to be filled. Placing that 1, I can see quickly at a glance that it forces the 1 to be there. That 1 stops 1's ability from being placeable there, forcing the 1 to be here, forcing the 3 to be here, giving us a freebie in the center box. 1, 2, so that's the 3. And placing this 3, I know the 3 ain't going there. The 3 has to be there. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Well, did I do it? Hey, look at that. I did it. So that kind of illustrates how I just naturally progress through a puzzle if I were playing offline. The low-tech approach, the lack of highlighting, it may not be your cup of tea, but I hope that this illustrated that there's more than one way to play Sudoku, and I really hope that you were able to get something out of this video. Until next time, I hope to see you under your favorite tree working a good puzzle.